that booty booty, that booty booty. So hey guys, welcome to So Me So Us or So Me So Us or
So Me So Us. Today is Taco Tuesday, and today we will be discussing
the LGBTQ plus community. Yay!
Hooray! Number 1, don't say that's so gay.
Okay, it's not okay. Okay, the amount of times I've heard gay used as a derogatory term has gone way into the 10,000s since I was a kid, and it is completely unacceptable.
No, what people don't realize is every time they say it, like, it's usually an insult to something, like, oh, what? We have to do homework today? Oh, that's so gay. Like seriously?
How did that even happen? Like, okay, first of all, it was a term that meant happy, okay? And second of all, you do not put another group of people down by using them as a term to describe something you hate or dislike. That is you being kind of homophobic without you even attempting to be homophobic. I don't know how to describe but that's what that is.
When you say it, you don't realize how big of a deal it is to have your name or what you are paired with something that bad, that negative.
Exactly. And it's just, it's not okay. Like, I'll be walking anywhere and a kid will be on his cell phone and he'll be like, really? That's so gay. And you're like, are you serious? Are you serious? There is a bajillion other words you could have used right there that would have actually made sense in that sentence, but because you are using a term for people and for the way people identify, that is absolutely unacceptable.
Number 2, don't friend a gay just because
they're gay.
That's not okay. They're people. We're all people. Just to be like, I want to be friends with her because you have red hair, and like,
yeah, it's
like,
it doesn't
seriously.
It doesn't change who they are. It's not like every gay person is gonna be perfectly amazing. Like, yeah. It's not like you look at a group of straight people and you're like, oh, they're all amazing because they're straight. Like, you should never befriend anybody based on gender or sexual orientation or race. You should never befriend people just because of that. Befriend people because of who they are, and, you know, that's the most important part.
Because they're really diverse, just like everybody else is. They could, like, motocross, it doesn't matter, not all of them like fashion. Like, to assume that, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, like your stereotypical girl who's like, oh, I want a gay best friend because then he can tell me that this looks gorgeous on me and blah 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 blah, like, look at this dress. It's not like, that is so stereotypically wrong. So, don't do it. Just don't. Just love people for who they are.
Number 3, religion. Don't judge somebody because of your own religion. Like, there's so many out there that it's ridiculous to think that yours is the one true religion and to judge anybody else because they believe in something else, or it's just not okay.
In the Bible, it calls people to love each other despite differences and despite what you may personally believe. And you know what? Regardless of what you believe to be right or wrong, there is absolutely no reason for you to take away other people's rights just because of what you believe. This has been an issue since centuries and centuries ago, where people believe, like, men believe they were better than women, right? So women had less rights. It's the same as it is today with just about everybody. And it's not acceptable to use your own belief to represent legal representation or the way that things work. You should keep going with that because I lost myself.
More into the Bible. Basically, the whole idea of it is to love everybody, no matter what. Like, you're not supposed to judge people, you're not, like, other people can sin in a way. Like, it's a sin to be gay in some people's personal belief, when they read the Bible, they see it that way, like literally. And that's, I forgot where I was going.
And that's just an interpretation.
Yeah. So people's like interpretation of it. Okay, back to the basic idea of it. To judge somebody on that is not okay when it says to love everybody. Like, just because you can get along with somebody who doesn't believe in your religion, that's not against the Bible. Like, we're supposed to love everybody.
Exactly, and that's what makes us good as humans, is that we are so diverse and we have so many different views of things. Or else the world would be boring. It'd be boring. Don't judge people just based on your own solo beliefs, because not everybody is gonna think the way you do.
Number 4.
Bisexual.
Bi.
I thought we were just saying bisexuality.
I wasn't sure. I forgot.
Well, there you go. 2 different ways.
Number 4. Bisexuality.
Okay, so there's a popular misconception that bisexuality is not a real thing, that you're either undecided or you're confused and you're waiting to see which side you're gonna pick, if you're gonna be straight or if you're gonna be gay, if you're gonna be lesbian, and that is absolutely not true. Sexuality, like everything else, is a fluid scale, and you could be anywhere on that scale, either end or in the middle, and it's really up to you, and you shouldn't be letting other people tell you that it's not real, like what your feelings are. And a popular misconception about bisexuality too is that you either like men and women the same, which is a total lie. You can like men about 70%, women about 30, or anywhere in between.
You just summed it all up, man.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I was angry. You talk.
I don't know what to say
Just
anymore.
talk about it.
It's okay to ask questions to people in that kind of situation if you don't really know anything about it. Like, most people are perfectly fine with like explaining it to you if they've already come out as that. You don't have to be like you don't have to be so shocked about it though, because like basically you have someone just because it's like, oh, my girlfriend, and then you can be telling a story of like your boyfriend, and some people are like, wait, what? Don't you mean girlfriend? Because like you're with girls. No, it's like a mix of both. You can't just you gotta understand that there's the basic idea of it is like love for everybody, and yes, there's more and less on different sides, but basically it's whoever you love, whoever you find that you have that special connection with, whether that be female or male.
And there's no reason to feel like it's weird to feel that way, because there is a huge bisexual community, and I know it's hard to see them because they keep getting lowered in the community. But there's a lot of people waiting to support you for the way that you feel. So, yeah.
Number 5. Sexual orientation do not. Okay, sorry. Number 5. Sexual orientation don't mean you love everybody. A common belief is like when someone first comes out as gay or bi or lesbian or anything like that, their friends tend to think like, oh, you're a lesbian, you must like me, like personally, and that's not the case. Like,
it's just like if you're straight or anything else, it's not like you're gonna feel attracted to every single person that walks into the room. You're not gonna like look at your friends and be like, oh, babe, all the time, just because they're the same gender as you. And that's a huge misconception among, I think, quite a majority of the straight community, is people believe that if you come out as lesbian, gay, or bi, or trans, or anything, that you must be attracted to them if they are that gender. And, you know, and there's a huge discrimination issue with that, where like they don't want to invite you over to stay at their house anymore, or to be around them if they're changing, or etc., because they don't feel comfortable with that, and that's their problem. That is not yours. if you're comfortable with who you are, they should be comfortable with who you are if they're really your friends. Do we look like Michael Jackson yet? Do we look like Kim Kardashian yet?
What was this one called again?
So an important thing to remember is don't feel pressured to be labeled. If you don't know how you feel about your sexuality yet, or you don't know what you identify with, do not feel pressured to pick the closest thing right away. There is no reason why you should jump to the conclusion. Just take it easy. Some people don't know until like midlife. Some people don't know until they're, you know, getting in their 20s. Some people, you know, learn right off the bat. It really depends on who you are as a person. Don't ever feel pressured to be labeled.
And it is very important, like you said, not to keep jumping from label to label, because then people are like, okay, you're just confused. You don't know what you're doing anymore. Like they don't really believe it. Like at the very end, you're like, oh yes, I'm full on lesbian. Don't like dudes at all. Like they believe like, I don't believe you anymore because you switched it up so much. So if you're not ready to like label yourself publicly, then that is completely fine. You don't even have to label yourself at all. Like no one's forcing you to. Yeah.
Rock off. Rock off. Rock off stage. Rock off stage.
Frog off.
Frog off.
Frog off.
Body off. Just remember that it is completely okay to be exactly who you are, and that the people who really love you will love you no matter what.
Alright, and I think the most important thing to remember is just to love yourself, be yourself. Don't force anything. Don't let anybody bring you down or change who you truly are.
I'm sorry to say, subscribe by the way, because if you wouldn't mind it, you'd make my day.
Bye!